Hey guys, Straight Draw here. And this is my favorite topic because power shanking, learning to do it well, was one of the early things that set me apart from the competition. I was able to win a lot of matches with lower quality clubs and power zero balls playing against better competition because I was able to hit these very high accuracy max overpower shots. So let's take a look at how that works. Okay, so why does power shanking work? Basically, the needle slows down at the extreme left and extreme right turnaround points, and so it allows us to get a perfect needle more often. So here's what we're going to do. First thing we do is we adjust for the wind normally. And here there's almost a dead headwind. So I'll tell you that the offset is 14 rings. So when you shank this all the way to the right, let's say, then it's going to land 14 rings to the right of the center of the target. Now here you can see, let me pause this. Here you can see I'm using the bush here, right? That was my first, that's the way I got to 10 rings. And then I need 4 more rings. So watch this go. And you can see that I'm able to use the markings on the fairway. Now I've adjusted left, so I pull back to the left and I let it go at the extreme right, and the effect is that the ball basically goes straight. Now it's going to tail slightly to the left because this is a high curl club, but there you go. That's what power shanking is all about. It allows us to get down the green just absolutely as far as we can go without having to hit perfect needle at the max overpower, which is a lot more difficult. Okay, so we're watching another one. This time it'll be an extra mile. The extra mile 8 and 9 have a 14 ring offset, just like the Apocalypse 3 and 4. If you're playing slightly lower level clubs, the extra mile 5, 6, and 7 is a 12 ring offset, and the Apocalypse 1 and 2 are also a 12 ring offset. So here you see the first wind adjustment. This is to get the landing zone right, and then the offset. So I'm just going to tell you, I'll put my offsets down below, the ones that I play with, and they're play tested. You can find them online in certain places, but they're just a starting point because the January, February release, somewhere around there, that changed how the high curl clubs work. And so you kind of have to figure them out yourself through play testing, which I did. And I'll just warn you that, there's no warranty implied or understood with these numbers, but they're the ones I use, and I tend to be successful with them. Now, the second thing that we can use power shanking for is we can get more curl. So this is especially helpful, like with an extra mile 6, is that I can use the shanking part to get extra curl along with the extra distance. So you'll notice here I'm still using the extra mile. There's 10 rings, and then I get 4 more to get 14 rings offset. And then I'm going to pull straight back. Now, instead of pulling all the way to the right, I'm pulling almost straight down, and that's going to allow the ball to curl. And so this gets me around that corner. So you can also use power shanking to get extra distance and extra curl on your shots. One of the sweetest uses of power shanking is your rough irons and sand wedges. Here you can see that I'm going to need a max overpower shot to get anywhere near this green because I've hit a really bad drive. So there's me trying to do the offset. So, excuse me, this is the regular wind adjustment. And this club, the Nirvana, is going to be 21 rings. So you'll see that there's 10 and 10 more. And maybe I should tell you how I'm doing this. So I'll get that in the next shot. But then, right, I adjusted left, I offset left, so I'm pulling to the left and releasing far right. And now this is a high curl club, so it's actually going to tail a little bit to the right. You can see it kind of curving around to help me out. And there I get within distance to actually make that chip shot. Okay, so this is where being able to power shank a Nirvana or a rough iron or a sand wedge comes in really helpful, because here I need to not only get some extra distance, but I also need to turn this shot to the right. So let me back that up